Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we made our way down to the MD level of Balam Garden in search of a way to stop the missiles. I smell something that might not be a lot of fun coming up. No, I want to go up the ladder, please. No, Squall, don't be stupid. Go up the ladder, please. Thank you. Yeah, the ladder mechanics in this game really do suck. Let's find a battle. I'd like to show off one of the new enemies around here that's somewhat important and you may feel the need to farm them. That's up to you. And that sound effect you just heard, even though I was going to cut to me running into the battle, which for some reason is not happening. Game, thank you. That sound effect indicates that we learned whatever Rinoa was working on, and these are not the enemies I was looking for.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Ah, there we go. I have found you at long last. That was only 3 battles, but this guy, if he's high enough level, can give you some nice stuff, namely the pain spell. There are other ways of getting it, and it's not a huge worry, but they do inflict some status effects on you. You mug them, and Zell doesn't fail to mug them. You get, I believe, the same thing as if you would just kill it normally, which, if the game would behave and give me my item, you can inflict poison too, that's fine. You don't have any good spells right now, you're too low level. Come on, Zell, steal from this guy. Okay, finally! This guy has a 25% chance of stealing from him. I know this because, well, it took me about 25 times to steal from him. I looked it up! I have no idea why that took so many attempts. Holy crap! This game turned into Final Fantasy IX all of a sudden. Anyway, the Tri-Phase has cursed spikes. And by the end of the game, we're going to want 100 of them. You don't need 100 of them, but it would be nice to get them because it gets us something special. I don't usually worry about it until the end of the game, not only because the encounter rate around here isn't all that great, but also just because it's tedious fighting them at low levels, and later on, yeah, I had to go to a different area to get the encounter. Yeah, later on in the game, it'll be easier because we'll be able to find them at higher levels where we'll be able to mug more than just one at a time. Alright, made it back to the save point and healed up. What's this? Does this do anything? Hey, it opens a door. I like that. It means I can move on. And there's nothing in my way. Okay, there was nothing in my way. Now there's 2 things in my way. We have boss time against an enemy we've already seen in card form, which unfortunately accounts for most bosses in this game. We see the cards long before we see the actual enemy. These guys use a number of different abilities. If you want to, and typically when I show you which places I'm drawing spells from, I'm not showing you the easiest way to do it, I'm showing you the earliest point that you can draw them from an enemy. You could draw Confuses here, and it would be easier here. You can do that if you want for a second set of characters, but if you have enough Forbidden cards, you don't need to worry about it. I have enough, so I'm not going to do it. I'll just refine them from cards later on. You may want to grab some Cura spells. It's not necessary, it's either Cura spells or it's Cure spells. As you can see, this one, I mentioned this before, but when you encounter enemies, they have I think it's a 20% range in level based on your character's average level. So here, this one is the mid-level, between level 20 and level 29. The other one is between level 1 and level 19. So we have different spells from each one. So if we can, sure, we'll draw a few of the Cura spells. 1 round ought to do. And then, well, these guys really aren't super dangerous. They've got a couple of decently strong attacks, but they have between 2 and 5,000 HP, and most of that goes away when Squall gets his limits going. And there goes one. Okay, we cheesed one of them. Let's fight the other one normally. I believe this guy can inflict the curse status so that you're unable to use limit breaks. I'm going to avoid using Mug because I'd rather get the drops from these guys than their other item, because their stolen item is fuel, which I don't really need, and their Mug or their dropped item are wizard stones, which I could actually make use of. But yeah, they fall down just as fast when we use our normal attacks, and I don't even have Fire Junction, which of course they're weak to by a lot. They're 2 times weak to fire, so Junction Fire to your elemental attack, you'll do even more damage. If you want to hit them with status effects, Poison, Silence, Sleep, Slow, and of course they are susceptible to Drain if you had that set. But yeah, I'll take the Wizard Stones. 20 AP, we learned Encounter None. Might be here any minute. But before doing that, let's go and move on to something else good. Hit Point Junction, or Hit Percentage Junction. How did I make that mistake twice? Oh well. Nothing else really matters there. Mega Potion. It's a faster way of healing. It's a primary reason why I picked those up. And if this is a Tri-Face after it took me all that time to find it before, nope, just more Blobras. We've already seen them. Alright, more ladders. Oh, you don't know how much joy I feel at seeing all these ladders. Well, cutscenes as deadly as they are, those bring me a little more joy. They have eyes? Different. Okay. Well, they're still on their way. We better hurry our asses up. We've been dawdling a little bit, trying to find encounters and such. The music stopped. What is that? It looks rusty. Like I know what to do. Pretty much my reaction. Can't just sit there and stare. Squall basically just starts pulling the selfie method and hitting whatever because he has no idea what he's actually doing. I have no idea. Yeah, pretty much, again, selfie method. We have no idea what we're doing. We're just going to hit random buttons until something either blows up or something good happens. Well, that thing's moving. Turbines have powered up. I love this animation. It just looks so fluid. We're moving? How are we moving? What is going on here? I think I've talked about this before, but there's always a song or two from like games that remind me of either the previous game in the series or the next game in the series, specifically with Final Fantasy. This one reminds me of Final Fantasy IX for some reason. What in the world is going on with this thing? I have no idea what just happened. Missiles are incoming. And that's pretty much all for this. No, I thought about it. We're not cutting off the episode here. We're getting hit by missiles? Other than the low resolution, the cinematics looked awesome. And because why the hell not? Our entire garden can fly. Because who cares about logic or Deus Ex Machina or anything? That came out of absolute nowhere. You see, that's the secret. You act like this is not a big deal. This defies all logic. How the hell does this thing move? Yeah, it's awesome, but it makes no sense. I don't know. Wasn't everybody trying to evacuate? What, you want me to go now? Hey, Zell. What are you... That's weird. Yeah. Now, how many people do you think ended up getting killed while they were trying to leave the garden while it was taking off? Probably wasn't the best thing to do, but then again, we didn't get killed by the missiles, so thumbs up, yeah. Not that this makes any sense. It just comes completely out of nowhere. Sure, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know how this thing flies or what its fuel source is, but take a deep breath. Yeah, pretty much. I'm sure it is. And I'm getting paid in the middle of all this chaos. And he's just being a kid. Go down the hall and check. Alright, we can do that. Go check it out. Alright, so we'll head down here and see what exactly there is to see around here. Yeah, I'm not sure if we could get into this section before. Now, this FMV changes if you bring Renoa. Notice how Renoa's not there. She modifies this cutscene if you bring her along. If you don't bring her along, obviously you don't get this part of the cutscene. But you still get most of it. But yeah, that's all we were supposed to do. I swear I just heard a riff from the Highwind theme from Final Fantasy VII. I swear. Did I go up that? No. Not that I really want to go up more ladders after what we've done. But yeah, there is actually a thing over here. Okay, we're going back to the bridge. Nicely enough, they will warp us there. How would I know what to do? We're gonna go... Oh, we're gonna crash into the city. Lovely! What do you mean the controls weren't working, though? Why are you getting out of the way? You know more about this kind of crap than I do. I'm a kid. Why is everyone expecting me to do everything for them? Well, it worked last time. I'll just hit a little bit of this and just bang on it hard. You know, the selfie method. And because why the hell not? It just so happened to work at just the right time. If you know the name of the soundtrack, or like the names of some of the songs on the soundtrack, when the previous theme popped up, when we first started making all this stuff happen, the song's called Movin', ironically enough. So yeah, it ties in very well. If you know that song and you just kind of hear it, oh yeah, nice little reference. I like it. What? And we're just casually into calm music now? We're going to drift along for the time being until we can figure out how to maneuver the garden. So we can relax. We're drifting. I hope we have enough food. Considering, how else would you get most of the things into garden? You know, like food and water, running what? There's no bathrooms. Uh-oh. I think we're in trouble. Yeah, you don't think about a lot of these random things until you actually make a Let's Play, because most of the time it's like, ah, cool, you know, we're floating around. But you start making a Let's Play of it, you got to think of random things to do, and just odd things occur to you. Yeah, the bathrooms probably don't work. There's no running water. They might be able to jimmy rig something together, but yeah, that was interesting, all right. Game? There we go. Thought we had another crash on our hands. Taking care of all the monsters. Still have to report. Yeah, I'm assuming he is. Then again, before all this started happening, before the missiles and everything, there was this faction war going on. Who is this garden master anyway? We're in the middle of nowhere. There's just tons of things to think about, tons of things to do. You have nothing to do, but I guess Sid's in full-on trying to get control back and figure everything out. But what about that garden master? Get even with him next time, huh? Hello? Sure? Where are we off to now? After all that's happened, we've already been everywhere. Now you want a tour of the garden? Okay, sure. I have nothing better to do other than sleep. But then again, I would probably prefer to sleep. Anyway, there's a number of things we can do now. But the first thing we want to do is we want to save. And that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time, we will go and show Renault around, do a couple of things that we're supposed to, and some stuff that we're probably not supposed to. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.